Hello everyone, welcome back to Jacqs Scraps. Thank you for joining me today. I have something special to share. I am having an Etsy sale this week. If you haven't seen it in my Facebook group, it was announced there. Free shipping and 20% off of items. And I wanted to also let you know that I have some new products in the shop that we can actually craft with. So I'd like to go through those with you. There will be an earnings and deductions statement that will be included. This is a 3x5 paper. It's quite thin and the blue lettering on it is light, but it would be good for layering. There is an inventory tag, which is kind of neat because it actually has some duplexing here. You get the white tear-off piece as well as the carbon. There is also a sold tag. And it has the cut down the center. We have a cashier's voucher available. And then a disbursements card. And this is a card Jacqs. And it has received, data, ordered, number, quantity, balance on hand, and then it repeats. These are all great to include in journals. And so what I thought we would do today is create something with them. So let's get started. So I think we'll start with the cashier's voucher and earnings statement. And what I would like to do is take a coffee dyed index card and put the voucher on top of that. We will have the lines on the back side and go ahead and sew around this. So that will be the first thing that I'll do with that. Now with the earnings statement, I kind of have the same idea, but I thought it might be nice to add it to the outside of an index card so that we can fold it up and over and maybe this in, and it will be like a fold out part that you could put into a journal. So back to the cashier's voucher, the first thing we want to do is put a little glue on here so it will stay when we do the sewing. I'm going to make sure the lines are going the way I want them. Put this up here in the corner. And we can just trim that right off. And so I'll go give that a sewing. Okay, so I have the sewing all done. I did a little decorative edge here and then just straight sewing all the way around. That's how it looks on the opposite side. And what I thought we would do is just add some distress ink using vintage photo here just to tone down the color a little bit. Wanted to do it after I did the sewing so that the threading could get the color as well. Okay, that's how it looks. Okay, so to decorate this, I thought I would take a little piece of fabric from my stash and use some Dear Lizzie die cuts. It's All Good collection, and I've chosen the little ticket. I actually backed it on some cardstock. And then I have this cute little purse. I thought it was really apropos to go with the cashier's voucher. Okay, so what I decided to do was just do some layering here. I want to show the sewing, so I'm going to put it inside the thread marks, layer my ticket underneath, but I also want the numbers to show. So I'm going to put that at an angle and add the cute little change purse right here. I think that is adorable. So let's glue that all down. So there you have it, our cashier's voucher. For the earnings statement, we're going to take our large index card and we're actually going to rotate it so we can score at 3, because that's how wide the statement is, and it will fit right in there. And then we will go over and go to 6 and score again. Okay, so we're going to score in at 3 and 6. Okay, so off screen I did some distressing with vintage photo around it and in the creases. I added a awesome sticker here. It's an arrow sticker from Fancy Pants Dream Big, and a little heart that matched. I thought it pulled out the green colors, and behind there is actually the blue that's in the print and the tool. So I thought that was cute. So when you open this up, this flips open and then you have lots of writing space. You could put this in your journal as a tuck spot. If this is your page, tuck it in. You could also, if this was your page, glue it on 3 sides, have a nice little tuck spot, you know, down the center. And then it would open like this. Or you could glue this all the way down and then it would still open. So you have plenty of writing space. So next I thought we'd work on the sold tag. What I did was use some vintage photo around it, and you can certainly tell the difference. Hopefully you'll be able to tell that on screen. But it definitely toned down the red, which I like about that. So while I was looking through the It's All Good die cuts, I found a little red truck with floral in it, as well as a home. And I got a fun idea. So this one's going to be extremely simple. We're going to add our die cut here of the truck. We're going to cover this part down here where it says to be delivered, remarks, and sold by. And I'm okay with some of the die cut hanging off. I think that would be kind of cute. Next, we're going to place our little home, and I like that it matches the flowers here, and we're going to use our little Tim Holtz tiny attacher and just staple that on. I think I'll do it twice. And then I'm going to use these Sticko alphabet stickers. These have the nice stitching on them. So this one is definitely for fun. I'll have to see how it all works out. Hopefully it will. Now I'm just loosely placing them on there to see where I need to, how I need to space them. So definitely need to move them over. So I thought it would be cute for it to say #home. Too fun. Because before I wanted to show the to and address, and now I'm like, oh no, this is so much more fun. Ooh, it just fit. So there's our sold tag. Let's get these out of the way. So here's our sold tag. I love it. I think it's so cute. Gotta have fun with what you're doing. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, next I thought we'd work on the inventory tag. For this one, what I'm going to do is remove the white and carbon paper. One of my crafty friends sent me some decoupage from Stamperia, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to give that a try. So I love this one that says entomology with the butterfly, and I thought it kind of went with the whole taking of inventory. So let's cut that one out. Now that I have that cut out, let's see where we need to align this. Trying to figure out how to put this on this. If I use it as I cut it out, it kind of covers up everything. So I thought maybe I would do some tearing. And yes, it will be uneven, but I kind of like that idea. And with this being rice paper, you know, the fabrics will tear it in a different way than you expect. And then you can always save these pieces to add to other projects. So here is this. Let's see how that looks now. Oh, I think I like that better, because then it still adds to the card. And then you can see what's underneath it. Yeah, definitely like that. Excellent. Okay, so to Mod Podge our rice paper on there, what we're going to need is some Mod Podge. I'm using matte from Plaid, and I have a foam brush. You could also use like a paintbrush, an old paintbrush or something like that. So what I'm going to do is just put a little on the tag itself, where I think the paper will be going. And just add that to it where I want it. And we will let this dry, because what I've decided to do was use some of the tear-off piece and put it on the back right about here. So that's what I'll do when this gets dried off. Okay, so here's how it turned out. This dried exceptionally fast, which was nice because usually with napkins it takes a little while. So here's the front, and then on the back. So I really like that. I love how you can see through it and what's underneath it. So just to make sure this is a straight tag, I'm going to press it between two books and let it further get its shape back. Now that this is dried, I decided to do a little more decorating on it. First of all, I'm going to use a Bow Bunny button. This is from the Heritage collection. Just going to use some art glitter glue and add that right up here. And then I had out of my snippet bag these two pieces, this sari silk and this burlap lace here, but I'm actually going to use the reverse side. So this is the lace and burlap. I'm going to use that side and put it down at the bottom. And again, I think I'm going to have it hang over just a tad. For this, I'll use Beacon Fabri-Tac. And then I thought I'd add some enamel dots. This is a Celebrate Autumn from Echo Park. Because look at this great color, matches perfectly. Ooh, should I use the brown or that funky color? And where might I put it? Okay, so now we're going to work on the disbursements card. And first we're going to take it in our scoreboard and score at 4. So now it's scored in half. Okay, so here's our disbursement card. I have this in my stash, so I thought we would use that. I also found this in my stash, so we can use this as our tuck-in card. And then on the inside, I've taken a couple pieces of coffee dyed paper, and I think we can make this a little booklet. So you're going to need yarn, crochet thread, whatever you have, and you'll make it 3 times the length to be certain. You don't really need that much, but that's what the standard is, just so you have enough. And we will thread this into our needle. I'm using one of these handy dandy little gadgets. I don't even know the name of them is. Thread puller. Okay, so what you do is, this is just a standard 3-hole, or maybe even 2-hole pamphlet stitch. We have our papers aligned. I'm only using 3 sheets. Again, this is just a small little booklet. And, oh, aha. What I wanted to do before we did the stitching was to add some washi tape. I have this great rose gold flower washi. Hope you can see it. And I wanted to strengthen the spine. Let's just cut off the extra. Give it a good burnish. It'll be nice to have those little peeking out on the sides. So you get your paper aligned to where you want it. And the paper is shorter, about 1/8 inch on both sides than the disbursement card, but that's okay. And we're just going to make sure we hit the small piece in here. So we're gonna need an awl. I forgot the awl. So I'm gonna bind these right here so I don't lose the placement, and I'll be right back. Center your papers in your cover here. And then go ahead and fully push through. See, we definitely didn't need 3 lengths. Glad I didn't use all of that. And then we're just going to tie this off. Tie it tight enough, but not over tight, if that makes any sense. There we go. Just going to burnish that down a little bit and go in and cut down our string. I think I'll leave these long in case I want to come back later and add charms or anything to it. So there you have a creation out of the disbursement card. Now we could certainly go in and decorate it a little bit more, but I think you'll be able to do that on your own. So that's all we'll do today. Okay, so let's quickly review what we've done. With the disbursement card, we created a little booklet along with a little pocket on the front. I noticed there was a tear on this page, so I added some washi there, and it just really blends in with what we have on the spine. So that's really cute. For our sold tag, we created this great hashtag home. I love this one, it's so cute. Our cashier's voucher says, enjoy this. Why, yes, we will. And here is our entomology inventory tag. I love how that turned out. And on the back side. And as you know, we created the earning statement, and I didn't like what I did, so I recreated it. I used some creative devotion stamps right here, here, and here, and then 7 Gypsies floral purse. I love that. It's nice and thick, puffy. So did some layering here, added a cute little tab so you know to open it, added a nice decorative piece here, and then you'll have your plenty of journaling space there. So that is everything that we made today. Thank you for joining me. And if you have a chance, please stop by my Etsy store. Check these out. Maybe you might want to buy some for yourself to create what we've done here. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.